Alright, we all good then? Let's get this thing going. One sec. Alright, let's get this thing going. Ladies and gentlemen, Beyond the Rift, episode number 65, starring the one and only, your host with the most, I'm a cutie pie, yada yada yada. You know all about me. Scar, give him an intro.
What the? Your intro? Are you serious?
What else do I fucking say? We've done this shit for like fucking 80 episodes.
I'm the lovely co-host on this show. Cutie brings the muscle, I bring the brains. So, yeah, that's how you guys should know me as. I'm Scar. It's nice to meet you guys.
And give a fucking introduction to our guest, Scar. Come on.
Well, usually you segue into it.
Wait, no,
right,
wait. I just want to say, Scar has always been introing. I'm telling you. Every episode, look at this shit. For the past, 5 weeks, he's introed the guest.
I did it last time, but before that, you were the one that did it.
All right, well, joining us, our special guest, the one and only, you know him, you love him, Mr. Destiny. Destiny, give him an intro.
Give me my own intro?
Give them an intro. For the people that don't know who you are, tell them about Destiny.
Yeah, I'm Destiny. I'm all about League of Legends. I love this game. I play it every day. It's just enriched my life in so many different ways. I go to bed sometimes crying at night, thinking about how much different my life would be if I wouldn't have been exposed to such a wonderful, awesome game. That's who I am. If you guys have seen me, I'm a beacon of positivity in League of Legends streaming scene.
Scar, you picked a fucking good game. I can tell this is going to be a good episode, but before we get right into it, I want to talk about Discord. I want to talk about the fact that Discord, amazing program, never shits the bed like this piece of shit Skype. Fucking hate it. Can we all agree Skype's garbage? Destiny?
Yeah, I don't know why you're still using it, but...
Cascara. Alright, but...
What?
Live question and answer on the
reason.
Discord. As the host, my job is to always throw the co-host under the bus, so... Scar, it's nothing personal. That's just how it goes.
All right.
Join the Discord, though. Links down below. Ask questions. We got answers. We'd love to see what kind of wonderful questions you guys could come up with. But let's go straight into the topics now. Topic number 1. Years ago, you used to be a competitive StarCraft player. Looking back, what are your thoughts on this game that largely influenced early esports?
That's a pretty fucking broad question, is it? Did you type these to me, Scar?
Yeah. Well, I sent you the whole list.
Oh my god! What the fuck? What am I supposed to? Am I like a Wikipedia for the fucking history of StarCraft?
No. Dude, okay.
Oh my god! Yeah. Anyway, StarCraft was a. Yeah, don't worry, dude. I'm just getting your goat. Yeah, I mean, StarCraft was like one of the biggest games, or arguably the biggest game, I guess, StarCraft 2, when it exploded on the scene in 2011, I think, 2011, 2012, 2013. I'd like to think it kind of paved the way for what we have now, but I mean, who the fuck knows if that's true or not. CSGO was also pretty big, or rather CS 1.6 back then, and then it is CS Source and CSGO.
Did you play a lot of StarCraft 2 when it came out?
Yeah, I played a ton as soon as it came out. I had a fuck ton of games on that. I played like 8 hours a day every day until I quit, I think.
Were you surprised to see it go the way it did? Because I thought StarCraft 2 would be like one of the most... Like, StarCraft 1 was like... That shit was huge. StarCraft 2 came out, I was like, this is the future right here. And then it just died. Like, just out of nowhere, it just fucking ended up dying.
I mean, that's kind of how every new game has been, right? Like, this is the future. Like, StarCraft came out and it seemed like that was the shit, and then MOBAs came out and then they were the shit. And now we're in the realm of battle royales, I guess.
What are you laughing about for Battle Royale? What's so funny about that?
Because every new game that comes out, I hate it more and more. Like when MOBAs overtook StarCraft, the inside of me died a little bit. But then when Battle Royales overtook MOBAs, now the outside of me is dying as well. I don't know.
For your intro, you said that you don't know what you'd do with your life if it weren't for League of Legends having such a positive influence on you. Are you telling me you were joshing us?
I just played like 3 games of Fortnite, so in comparison, League of Legends looks really good. But now that you've got me back thinking about StarCraft 2, I realize how much I fucking hate MOBAs.
Fair enough. I mean,
I'm sorry.
You got no.
Man, you took me back to a scary place there. My bad.
You got no complaints for me. I hate battle royales and all that bullshit too. So I could definitely agree with you. Were you pro level on StarCraft when you played?
There was I would say I was semi-pro. My main thing was always streaming. There were times in my career where I could probably like beat anybody in the world, at least for one game, maybe not in a set. And then I had like a couple of okay-ish tourney showings, but my focus had always been streaming. So
you never like wanted to see if you could go professional in like StarCraft. I don't know what like how this.
Well, why don't you quit and try to join an LCS?
Hey,
team?
I did that. I was about that for like 4 years, and then I said, "Fuck this shit." I mean, I got a taste.
The streaming money is way more fucking reliable. Fuck that. I don't want to live or die based on whether or not I do well in a tournament or my specific shit gets nerfed or. But fuck that, dude. I just stream and make money that way. Hell yeah.
Fair enough. I'll give you that one. I mean, Scar, you used to play StarCraft also, right?
Yeah, I played when the beta came out, like quite a lot, and then the game came out, and I just watched. Like, I was a big watcher of StarCraft. Like, even the original StarCraft, Brood War is what got me into like video games, and what got me into like the competitive side of esports. How I even got my name is partially influenced because of like Brood War pros. Like, I wanted to be like, I wanted to have the low syllable names. I thought that, hey, they had people like Boxer, they had like really, really cool, like short syllable names. I was like, I want my name to roll off the tongue well, So like, I would say StarCraft influenced a lot of how I think about esports, especially in the early years.
Wait, were you going to finish that story?
What do you mean? Like more about my name or what's
Yeah, well, you were saying you wanted to find like a really cool name because of StarCraft. So I want to know what went wrong. Like, what was the...
What are you talking about, dude? This name's iconic. Dude, you're on a show with the other co-host having a name of I'm a Cutie Pie. You really gonna reel me on this?
Yeah,
That's a great name, dude. That's branding right there,
my
man.
My name right there. No, my name fucking sucks, dude. I see other people. Dude, I'm telling you, I never played StarCraft in my life, but I always knew that Marine King Prime. That shit made. I don't know if that name meant anything in StarCraft or if it was just a bunch of fucking words thrown together to sound cool. But I was like, holy shit, dude, this name's fucking awesome. And then I look at myself, I'm a Cutie Pie. It's just like, man, fuck, dude. You kidding me? Like, I could see a legacy being built. I mean, no legacy is going to be built from I'm a Cutie Pie or Skara. Maybe Destiny. That's a good fucking name right there, but... Yeah.
My legacy was destroyed by Bungie, so I'm totally fucked now.
Fair enough.
Wait, Key, you know what happened with his name?
What?
Like, what happened was Bungie released Destiny, the game. And like,
they copyrighted it?
No, every time I have a guest, I always like Google their name and see what's recent and all that stuff. I can't do that with Destiny. It's literally just like the top 13 links are just to the game. Like, it ruined his like SEO optimization.
Man, fuck Bungie, dude. But that game fucking sucked anyway, so don't worry. That shit'll die down any day. Let's go, though. Next topic. Topic number 2. A lot of StarCraft peers failed to make transitions into becoming a content creator. What was the difference?
I mean, for me, I was really big on like building my stream and doing all the business stuff. A lot of people had like teams and stuff to manage sponsorships and to manage events and all that shit, so they never really learned to do anything for themselves. So there were a lot of people that were larger than me in the scene that kind of ended up crashing out because once the scene started to die and the team started to leave, they didn't really know how to like do anything. So I think ironic. I don't know if it'd be ironic or not, but like kind of being on my own and figuring everything out kind of got me a lot of longevity in the scene.
What?
And then I also saw the kind of the writing on the wall too, that Blizzard couldn't really manage their shit, and I kind of got out a little bit earlier too.
Ooh. What do you think? Like who would be the peers that you'd say fucked up their transition?
I mean, I don't want to like talk shit on anybody because I'm sure they're happy now, but somebody like, so there's a player named Idra. This guy had like the personality to be an amazingly fucking hilarious streamer. Like imagine, I guess like a calmer, more salty version of Tyler 1 who's still like really good at the game. This guy could pull like 15,000 viewers at a time when that was by far like the most viewers anybody could pull. Not like today where you can get 200,000. So I think that people like him, I mean, Naniwa, Scarlet, these are all people that could pull like massive viewerships at some point in time, but they never really built their stream at all. And then when the game kind of died, now when they stream, now when like Naniwa or Scarlet stream, I think they get like in the hundreds or whatever because they never really focused on it much.
Do you think that it's more important then in the long run to focus on like a streaming, looking towards your future, or just focusing on playing like the game that you play and trying to enjoy it. Because I know for like me, I always tell Scar asks like, what do you think people care about when you stream? I tell him, I think people care if you're good. If you're not good, no one wants to fucking watch you. Unless you're playing like some stupid shit like, I don't know, single player dumbass fucking games and you're just trying to like talk to 10-year-olds like, haha, poopy, that kind of bullshit. Like, you have to be good at the game to make people watch. You think it's better then to focus on the game or like focus on the long run? Like, I need to start doing the statistics and I need to figure out like, is this game going to be the future? Should I swap off now? That kind of bullshit.
I think it seems like being really good is important, but I don't actually think that's the most important. I think it's tied to something else. I think that being really entertaining is the most important thing. But I think that when you're really good, you can usually be more entertaining, right? Like, it's hard to imagine like a bronze 4 player being super entertaining playing League of Legends. Whereas if you're really good, you know, it opens up the ability for you to do a lot more stuff. You know, at least in StarCraft, I could have a lot more fun with that game because I was so good. I could interact with the chat more. I didn't have to think super hard about every game because on ladder, most of the games are pretty easy. Because, I mean, like, we can go through the league section right now, and I guarantee you there are probably multiple challenger-level players that have, like, less than 50 concurrent viewers. And I play League, and I'm, like, hard-stuck fucking bronze 12, and I still get, like, 2,000 or 3,000 viewers depending on what I'm doing, so.
Fair enough. I'll give you that. What rank are you in League?
I'm Diamond 4. Scar was trying real hard to tank me to Diamond 5 yesterday, but we managed to hold on.
Scar, that's
we were
fucked
2-1?
up, dude. Come on.
We were 2-1 over 3 games. That's a 66% win rate.
Those were hard games, my dude.
You play ADC though, right? Destiny?
Yeah, I pretend I do. Yeah, I like to.
There's a topic for that, right, Scar, later on, or no?
Yeah. It's like the third one. It's like the one right after this.
Okay, but Scar, what do you think about then, like, transitioning from playing professionally to becoming a content creator? Do you think that, like, let's say tomorrow, fucking, Apollo Price wants to go from being professional player to fucking content creator. What do you think would be the steps that he'd have to do to make that transition?
God. Probably work on his social media a lot more and then like find a way to carve out like why people want to watch him. And I don't know, man. I think League is really saturated, so it's really difficult. Even if you're like an LCS level player right now, it's difficult to get like super high concurrence. Like, I look at players like Shifter, right? And I think that like part of why he got really popular, one, this guy, grind lord. Like, I look at people who hustle a lot. He's like the biggest hustler I've seen in the last couple months, like last half year. But on top of that, I think that like he stole. I don't want to say stole. He emulated a lot of your style of humor, Cutie. It's like when I watch him, I think of like the mid version of I'm a Cutie Pie, and so like, you know, like really like laid back attitude, like really like he just like complete ape at sometimes. He's like really funny, super loud sometimes. I think that like he took a lot of like what happened in Delta Fox and kind of formulated his own style of humor that's similar to yours, and that helped him propel him and his insane like streaming hours like become a really, really big streamer. Can other people copy that? I don't think so. Yeah. I think that like Shifter is like one of the very few people that are going to be like successful. Like, if I would say anything, I'd say like he's probably one of the most successful streamers, or going to be one of the most successful streamers for like the next year, if not 2, for League of Legends.
Yeah, let me ask you guys then, because the question I asked, like, peers failed to make the transition. Do you think anyone could make the transition into being a content creator if they want to? Or do you think like you have to have a genetic disposition for being like whatever bullshit a content creator is?
Are you trying to say we gotta be born into being a content creator?
I'm just saying, dude, can anyone become a content creator, or do you have to, is it that easy to just, I want to be a content creator, I'm gonna do it?
I mean, I think it comes down to like having like exciting or funny people. I'm going to be totally honest. I don't watch a lot of fucking streams because that shit's boring as hell to me. But of the people that I do know, like in the League scene, there are a couple, like for instance, Double Lift. I think that's the guy that could like play other games, and I would probably want to watch him play other things because he seems like a genuinely like funny dude.
All right, so you think that some people, they're just not cut out for stream? Because I know it pains my heart a lot to like some people, they'll donate. I'm sure you guys get this shit a lot. They'll ask like, I've been streaming for 5 years. I've gotten 1 viewer concurrent. I want to keep going. What do you think I should do? Like, I tell him, stop streaming. You're not cut out for it, dude. Maybe that's an asshole move, but what's your guys' take on
that? I don't want to just rail the guy. That's what you want to do?
I'll rail the guy. If you've been streaming for one viewer for 5 years, you too fucking dumb to even give your parents link to your stream, it's time to quit, dude. Damn, you gotta at least have like multiple tabs in your own computer. You should have at least 5 fucking viewers. What kind of shit computer? Load it on your phone, get your girlfriend or your mom or dad or brother or sister to watch.
No, but you think then someone like that should just, I don't want to say give up, but maybe like tone it back a little bit, maybe not the full time on it.
I mean, like, the really hard thing about streaming is that when you stream, it feels like you're showcasing who you are as a person. And if you're not able to get viewers doing it, you have this feeling that's like, oh, wow, I guess I'm like a bad person or nobody likes me. I think that that's like the thought that people have. So obviously that's not a thought that we're ready to embrace. So people reject that really quickly and try to make excuses and whatnot. The fact of the matter is, it's just like, I mean, if somebody's going to watch somebody, you have to have a reason to watch, you over anybody else. So anytime people email me with these questions, like, I'm trying to get into streaming or I've got some business idea, like, how do I do this? I always just find, okay, well, why would anybody watch you over any other person? Or why would anybody, embrace your new business idea over whatever is currently existing? And if you don't have an answer, like, immediately for that, then you have to stop and reevaluate what you're doing. You can't just stream and be like a bland whatever. Not that that's bad, and then expect to get a ton of viewers doing it, right? You have to have something that makes you stick out or stand above the rest of the crowd.
So you don't think like your average Joe, if he just turned on his stream, like you have to actually put in an effort for streaming? Because
or have like a personality that's been like geared towards it, I guess. Like when I played games in high school, I was always a funny dude. Like my thing was like clever insults. Like I would make fun of people all the time, and people generally had like a fun time around me when I was playing games. So I figured that would transition well into streaming, and it did. So, I mean, that was like my indicator. If you're just like trying to stream and you've got no idea why you're doing it or if you'll ever make it, I mean, I don't know what you're.
Dude, the best thing to say is that like we got people who like millions of people or like hundreds of thousands of people who watch NALCS on a weekly basis. I look at the pro players in NALCS, half of them wouldn't cut it as content creators, maybe more, because it's like even just like pure work ethic or like just like I guess personality wise, like I wouldn't be interested in watching half of them. And like coming as a person who like supports these guys, like I constantly try to host NALCS player streams when they have like 50 viewers. Like I'm always out there at the end of my stream, like looking for someone like that to like, like really like push up these guys. Some of these guys don't have much personality, and you know what? They don't care because they focus so much on winning. And I respect that, but if these guys can't do it, the random Joe on the side of the street, probably isn't going to be able to do it as well.
Well, the thing is, I don't think there's any reason to expect why if you're that, unless you are the best. There's no reason, and this sounds really rude, but there's no reason to expect anybody to watch like a random LCS player stream. Like it's just not. Nobody like really
random
cares
LCS player, dude. Come on, like I agree with you on that. So many times I'll get an LCS player. I'm like, this guy sucks. It's like he's in the LCS, motherfucker. There's like, how many people are in the LCS now? It's like 200, like counting academy teams. It's like 200 people, right, or some bullshit. There's a lot of fucking people in the LCS.
Yeah, there's 60 in the LCS, right? And then there's. Like, I don't know how many are more. Like, I guess like another 60, so like 120 total.
There's a fucking lot of people. Just being in the LCS, I agree. It's not good enough because, yeah, you need something a little extra. But Sky, you said though that you host people out of pity because you don't watch their content personally.
No, I'm saying
no,
that.
I'm not trying to reword what you were saying. I'm just saying because you were talking about you.
There's some guy out there.
You don't.
There's some guy out there that got hosted by Scar, and he's like, "Oh, dude, I thought when he hosted me, that meant a lot to me. I thought he actually liked my shit, but now he just felt like I was a fucking loser."
No, what the?
Dude, Scar, let me just clear it up because you said I wouldn't watch any of these people I host personally. I just do it because
I didn't say that.
I could have sworn that's what you said.
No, I said even though these guys have lower viewer numbers, like I'm out there. No, I used it as like to juxtapose the point that they're not popular.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Do you even look at their stream when you host them, or do you actually like, oh shit, you click back real quick, you're like, I'll just host this dude. Like, good luck, guys. Like, there's a reason this dude's got 40 viewers, man. Holy shit.
Dude, I actually, to be quite honest, I think I just got super lucky to be in the position that I'm in. Like, when I think about even why people watch my own stream, I know why people watch my stream before. And that's because I did like super quick, high level, like constant stream of consciousness to where almost no one can emulate it. But over the years, I got like kind of, I don't want to say lazy, but like I couldn't do it over long periods of time anymore. And now like I feel like I'm being carried by, you know, the idea of Scar, or like, I don't know, like it's hard to really evaluate some of the stuff that I do. So like I want to just say that I'm personally not that interested in watching so many LCS players, because I feel like they devote a lot more time not being like personality based on stream, but just being good. And I think that makes sense given their career.
Well, on what you said, I guess this will be the last question for this topic. You talked about being lazy. I've actually thought about this. I don't know how Destiny feels about it, but like I've thought, why do people watch? Because there's plenty of people that will like go above and beyond to like put on, I guess, a show for the viewers. Like, I'm doing some kooky, crazy shit, dude. Make sure to tune in. It's gonna be 24 hours, some bullshit. And like, I feel genuinely, I like question myself, because it's like, I don't do anything. I turn on the stream, I stream for 10 hours, I turn it off, and then it's like, nice day, dude. Can't wait for it tomorrow. Like, there's no, I need to plan out, like, I'm gonna do some crazy shit right here, dude. Do you guys feel like people are just kind of just watching you just because they're so used to you, or?
Dude, that's not fair. Your average level of streaming is just higher than other people's. Like, to be like, really? It's
I don't know if my average level, dude.
Dude, they're out there trying to make a living, and they're like trying to do this crazy stuff, and this is like their stake for them. Like, this is their once a month thing, once a year thing, and for you, like your average, like, I don't know, like hamburger, you know, is just way better than their steak, or like at the same level.
Hell,
that's what I think personally.
I don't know. I feel like when they put on an event, it makes me. I don't want to say it makes me feel bad, but it's like they're going all out for this shit, and it's like, damn, no one's watching this shit. Come on, man! Like, this guy's putting his heart out there. Like, Destiny, how does that make you? I don't know. Like, do you go like above and beyond? Like, you wake up, I'm gonna plan out my entire stream today. I'm doing this, and this. We're gonna have a kooky, crazy time today. Some kind of bullshit like that, or do you just turn on the stream, talk, and
fuck no.
turn
If
it
I would
off?
have planned on actual fun shit for my stream, I wouldn't be playing League anymore, dude. What the fuck? Are we being serious? I think that like some people, this is going to sound really mean, and I'm going to try to say this as non-narcissistically as possible, okay? Some people have personalities that are, for whatever reason, entertaining to be around. So like, okay, so at the risk of sounding super ego-driven, I think that I'm a pretty fun and funny person to hang around. I mean, Scar, you spent some time around me in the house and whatnot. Like, typically I'm just, yeah. So for the most part, I'm a pretty funny guy to be around. So as a result of that, and I think I'm a cutie pie. I mean, you are too, right? If you just turn your stream on and you just kind of like yourself for like 10 hours, that's enough for a lot of people, especially since you've built a loyal fan base and because people like to come in and watch you in your natural state. I think there are other people that aren't necessarily like the most entertaining people to be around, or aren't necessarily the most entertaining people to watch, so they need that extra kind of thing that pushes them over the edge, you know? So, something that gives you a reason to turn in because you wouldn't normally otherwise.
Alright, I guess that makes sense. I don't know, I just thought about it a lot, but let's go to the next topic. So, this is a good topic. Last patch that looked to buff ADC didn't really give them a lot of power, while at the same time nerfing Rageblade. Are ADCs in danger of going extinct? So this is actually, you said you're D4 Destiny, right?
Yeah, I'm garbage as fuck.
Wait, no. Get this. Tell them what champion you main. Tell them how long
I love Draven. Give me them Draven games all day long.
You play
Hell
Draven?
Yeah.
Let me ask you that.
I play Big Head Draven.
How do you feel about this patch? Because for me, the more I've been playing this patch, like, I've been thinking to myself, like, I need more time to think about this patch. Maybe it's not the patch. Maybe I'm just garbage as hell. But the more I play on this patch, the more I realize this patch fucking sucks. I hate this fucking patch. What is it like for you playing on this patch?
So I'm gonna take some. So I can take some perspective from my semi-pro StarCraft days, there were builds that I did as a StarCraft player that I could only ever do because of my mechanics. Like once you reach a certain level, things become available for what you're capable of doing. You can't listen to a player that's like, not at the top of the ladder telling you in StarCraft like what builds work or what builds don't, because they have no fucking idea. They can't even execute the builds that they try to do. So in terms of looking at League of Legends, like being Diamond 4, I don't know if it's possible for somebody like me to disentangle what my own personal faults are between like what I can blame on the patch. That's a really hard question. Like, if I'm being totally honest, it's really hard for me to answer that question,
No, I agree with you because, I don't know, like, if it is the patch's fault or if it's I've been playing it a lot. I've been trying out different stuff. Honestly, whenever I play AD, it's like, Jesus, I hate myself. But I'll play, like, Swain, Morgana, and I still hate myself, but at least I'll win the game. So it's like, nice, I did it, dude. Do you play against a lot of weird shit now, or are you still playing against...
Yeah, but it's like... At least in Diamond, it's like 50-50. Like, if I see some dude is like rolling Yasuo and he's like never played the champion before, but he's an AD trying to like do some pro meta shit, I usually just wait till my first back and then get a BF and shit on him because he has no fucking idea what he's doing. Like, more so than the average Diamond 4 monkey. So, I mean, I don't know. It's all like really fucking weird. It seems to me like the worst way to get baited into those lanes is like if you try to fight really early, like at level 2, level 3 with no items, and then like both of the enemies have kits that are so much better than yours because you're an AD carry and your kit usually sucks. Like then you ended up getting shit stomped. But like once I have my first item, it seems to be okay. But I don't know. That's just like my little opinion on it.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. I was just wondering because I don't know what it's like at like D4 or whatever. Since it just feels weird that the game's like kind of shifting towards what you play professionally is kind of getting a lot different than what you play. Even in just solo queue, because like I'll watch a professional game. I think they've played. Did you watch the games today in LCK, Skara?
No, what you watched?
I didn't watch them, but someone told me. No, I didn't watch them. Someone told me they played Soraka, Morgana, bot lane. Soraka was the AD.
All right, sounds okay.
Yeah, I like hear that, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going? Like, I just feel so disconnected with professional play now because it's like the things that you're seeing in there compared to what's happening in solo queue is just like, I don't know. Maybe it's not a problem, but it makes me not want to watch professional play. I don't know how if you guys even watch it. Do you want
a really hot take on league balance?
Yeah, give me it.
I think that Riot's approach to, and I know that there are people who are crucifying this, but I think that Riot's approach to balancing league is actually so insanely cancerous, and I think it leads to these types of ideas where it's like, if anything happens outside of the hardcore regulated, what is supposed to go in every single lane, like people freak the fuck out. But I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like it's more entertaining to watch games where you don't have every single champion hardcore relegated to a certain role in a certain position, and it has to be played a certain way with a certain build every single game. I don't know. I mean, obviously, we've been conditioned because every single time something new appears in the meta that's not supposed to be there, it gets nerfed fucking immediately or close to immediately. I don't mean things that are just blatantly strong, but I mean things like, say, like AP Trinamir, when like you get like the random supports that can also play mid. Like it seems like Riot is real quick to like bang these things out of existence, like nerf the fuck out of them. I don't know. I think it would be fun to see some variance in what's allowed to go in different places, just to kind of spice the game up a little. But
yeah, no, I mean, I like the fact that they're opening up bottom lane. My problem is like the way they're doing it. It's not like a subtle like go on. You can try this stuff bot lane. It's like they're just shoving you like do this shit bottom. We're gonna nerf the fuck out of everything that's like traditional. Go fucking figure out. They're just like shoving us into the wilderness, or at least that's how it feels like for me. I guess for you it feels different. Scar, what's your take on the bot lane? How it is?
It's like a preseason patch. It's a mid-season patch. Everything's wonky, and I think if they had called it like their mid-season, people would have taken it a lot more graciously. It was like, hey, stuff is going to be experimental for a bit. Like, hold up, cool. The problem is it aligns with competitive LCS play that can allow teams to qualify for Worlds. So people are getting heated because they're seeing the best player in the world, Faker, sometimes being put on Taric. And he's like the stupid support attached to the Master Yi that's trying to like funnel, every game. Or you get people like Sneaky subbed out, and Jensen subbed out because Team and Reckless playing Janna AD, right? where people are just going nuts right now because of that. But had this thing happened in preseason, I think people would have been really okay with the idea. In fact, I think people would have really loved the idea. And at the moment, I don't even know what can work right now. I think that I like it. I like it a lot. I think the idea of Soraka, Morgana, to me, is just like they just picked a really high shove lane, right? And you could do that with like Karma, Morgana as well. And they're probably going to be, it's like a funnel strat, or they're going to be ultra buffing a champion of some sort. And I think in the past, you've ran protected cog stuff with supports mid and top. And this is just like an expanded variation of that, where now you can use the AD pick that used to not be as flexible. So I think if this could be balanced, it'll be very, very good for the game. Like super good for the game. Until it gets to that state, sometimes it's going to get a little bit wonky. Like people aren't going to like it. And you know what? And to directly answer the question that we put here, I think the crit ADs just got shafted quite a bit, like a lot of them.
Here's like a random question for you two, I guess. Do you ever feel like, as compared to the earlier seasons in League, I've played only since season 3, but do you feel like right now, AD carries are incredibly punishing, but maybe don't do enough damage for how punishing they are? Or do you think that everything is like lined up pretty well right now?
I think, wait, what do you mean by like incredibly punishing? So
when I say punishing, in that like there are a lot of champions now compared to season 3 that have like different types of knockups or gap closes or whatever, where like if you miss position as an AD, you can die instantly, but it doesn't feel like you have the damage that justifies how squishy and easily killable you are. Do you think that's true, or do you think that things are?
No, I've been saying that forever. I've been saying like the way that game's balanced. I'm not a game designer. I'm probably, in my opinion, worth absolute shit. I'm just going to say it though. Like, I think ADs should be on the tankier side. Like, you should scale by getting tankier and doing like a little bit more damage. The way that it is, or the way that it was before, you scaled by one-shotting people. Like, everyone just scaled by just insta-killing everyone else. So it just devolved the game into like, are you fed? Yes. Just go and fucking one-hit everyone. I thought that was stupid as fuck. I'm glad that they've been changing that around. But the problem is like, they didn't change anything around for ADs. So right now you have like, yeah, if you play Draven and you're not going like Bloodthirster or some shit, you're going to die instantly. But if you do go Bloodthirster, your damage isn't going to justify, like, your existence. Like, you're still pretty useless.
It always feels really shitty when I see, like, bruisers that are so much more tanky than me. Like, I can understand that, but when I see them do, like, damage that's almost on par with my own, it's like, fuck. Like, why the fuck am I even so squishy? Like I'm like a glass cannon, except without the cannon part. I just die fast.
Now,
I don't know. It just feels kind of shitty sometimes. But
I definitely agree with you. That's what I've been thinking. I mean, I think that's where the meta is headed right now, is like, I think a lot of teams are favoring, like, magic damage dealers bottom, because AP items are basically how I just described that I think AD items should be, where they all offer health or like something else and damage on top of it. It's not like obscene damage unless you go for a death cap, but like it lets you deal damage while also not getting insta kill. Like, I've just been only playing Swain, and I've just been winning my games because it's like Rod of Ages is 2,600 gold. What?
You said winning your games.
I've won most of them. I didn't win all of them.
Okay, no, I've seen some of your games recently, Keely.
Yeah, they've been dicey. I won't lie, dude. But like, I think about Swain. Swain's like a very popular pick right now. He builds Rod of Ages. Rod of Ages costs 2,600 gold. It gives you, I think, like 100 AP. 500.
Yep,
is it 500 health? Or 400?
It's like, I think it's 580, actually.
Is it? It's some ridiculous amount of health, some ridiculous amount of mana, and then the catalyst thing. Like, in comparison, I played against Kaisa. She went a fucking, what's it called? She went the, Ginsy's Rage Blade. That thing costs 600 more gold. Is it 600? It's 26. Yeah. No, it costs 700 more gold. It gave her 25 AP, 25 AD, and 25 attack speed. That shit is fucking garbage. Like, when you compare those two items, 700 more gold, it gives her absolutely nothing unless it's fully stacked. And even when it's fully stacked compared to Rod of Ages, like, Swain versus Kai'Sa, I'm gonna fucking run her over. Like, it's just... I don't like the way that the game's balanced in terms of items right now, but I think that that's something they can work on.
The item shit can be like real funny, like for the gold balancing too. Like if I'm like, if I'm like going like, if I'm 3-1 on Draven or 3-0 on Draven and I walk into like a Riven that's like 1-4, I still have to play like really carefully because like if she stuns me, like I can still die pretty quick. But if it's the other way around, if you're like 1-3 or 1-4 on an AD and you're coming up to a bruiser that's like 4-0, you have to like get the fuck out. There's like no fucking way. You're totally going to get your shit pushed in and there's nothing, or at least that's how it feels to me.
Yeah, I mean, cause I imagine that the game, like, I don't know how Riot works in the balance department. I'm just like saying bullshit now, but like, I imagine when they first made the game, they balanced champions based off of like where they think they'd go. So like ADs, they're gonna go bot lane, they're gonna have a level disadvantage, but what makes up for like the level disadvantage? They're gonna have amazing items, so they scale off of items. Now you don't have amazing items, and you have a level disadvantage. So it's like, you don't really have anything going for you anymore. I think that that's a problem. Whether or not that's actually something, who knows? But I feel like if I don't have more items, like significantly more items than someone else, I'm gonna die fucking instantly. It doesn't matter if I'm up levels or anything; they're gonna kill me instantly.
I think a lot of the problem is the power of the AD role is also combined into the support, right? And the problem is that Riot hasn't really released many self-sufficient ADs. Like literally, I can open up the entire.
I mean, you don't even have to open it up. Just look at what's meta. That's the self-sufficient.
Yeah. So the self-sufficient stuff is Ezreal, Lucian,
and Kai'Sa.
Right? That can kind of like think of what they can split push by themselves. Ezreal, Lucian. You could probably be self-sufficient.
You could put Kai'Sa in there.
Kai'Sa maybe, yeah.
Kai'Sa, yeah, maybe. And then for everything else, you kind of need your Ardent Slave. And like for a period of time, last season, ADs were super OP, right? Because both the AD role and the support role are really strong. Supports are still really strong. The problem is now, like, they balance bot lane around nerfing ADs. So supports are really strong, but ADs can't get any more power. And the problem with AD itemization power just multiplies. Because crit is just multiplicative scaling. So the more items you have, eventually you're going to be too OP. They nerfed it. So instead, the thing is, ADs used to pop off at 2 items. Like back in season 2 and 3, that was with their pop, or 3 or 4. Their pop off was at 2 or 3 items. I remember specifically, we're playing Jinx here. We're getting our 2 item spike with Last Whisper, and we're going to run it down the team fight. Nowadays, it's like the thought of a 2.5 item power spike like triggers AD carries. Like they're so AD carry mates. They're so mad that it takes that long because the game pace is accelerated so quickly and people have gotten so much better. So I think that it's like a large a lot of the problem is just the fact that like I also think there's not many ADs that are self-sufficient. So like if we do enter metas like this where it's like, okay, the crit ADs aren't good, people can't even look to play a lot of self-sufficient ADs because the role itself has never been in a place where you can play self-sufficient stuff. And you know what happens when you can? Those champions go other lanes. Like Quinn, for instance, is somewhat self-sufficient. Graves, well, welcome to the jungle, dude. Good job. And other stuff, like a lot of the ADs that they've tried to make self-sufficient end up being solo lanes because they're too good at what they do. So it's been really complicated, I would say, from the Riot perspective. I don't know exactly how they're going to fix this problem.
Nerf the supports, give the power back to the ADs.
That's what I've been
anyway.
saying, dude. I've been saying that shit forever. It's like, I understand Riot's philosophy. They want everyone to have fun. Everyone should have, like, a stake in the game. Yeah. Like, that's not...
When I walk up to a Lulu and I get half HP'd by, like, an E auto, Q auto, that's not fun for me.
Yeah, that's what...
And then when she W's me and I can't even fucking attack her, oh, no.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, that kind of shit, that mentality... Maybe it does work, because, I mean, League of Legends is a huge fucking game. Again, like, maybe I'm the fucking outlier and it's not, like, the game, but I feel like everyone should have a place in the game, but not everyone should be a fucking carry. Because when everyone's a carry, why do you need a late game scaling carry? Like, everyone else can just pick something that can win the early game, because especially now that the game lasts, like, 20 minutes, basically, you don't go late game. You don't need an AD really anymore. So it's just,
my problem with this is like, what if supports just get shafted? Like right now, the enchanter supports are really not played much outside Lulu, right? Everything that's getting sent bot lane is actually a jungler or a mid laner.
Yeah, but like if you play support, this might sound really mean, and I know that like the support circle trick is so fucking strong. But like if you play support, you're supposed to enjoy playing the role of support. Not like, I'm support, but man, I sure do wish I could carry. Oh cool, I can play support brand now. Like fuck, dude. Like this is a guy that can 1v2 a lane if you're not careful, you know? Like, I don't know, it just seems like you're giving so much power to the roles. Like if they don't like to play support, then go fucking play carries. No?
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with you, but the problem with that was no one was queuing for support.
No one played support. Like, literally no one played support.
I don't think that's a problem, though, because I think people need to fucking suck it up and just deal with it, because, like, again, I think that support should be a role where it's like if the score is 1 to 10, who's the person that you're gonna pick on right now? You're gonna kill the fucking AD. Like if you're the person with the 1 kill, if you're the team with the 1 kill, who do you go to try to kill? It's not the support. It's not top, mid, jungle. It's the AD because he's a free fucking kill. That shouldn't be how it is. Like the support should be the free kill. Like he shouldn't be the one that can like fight you off. Like if I'm without my support, I'm fucking dead as AD. Like I know that if I'm without my support and no one's on the map, I'm just going to sit in my turret because I'm fucking dead. And that shit feels kind of bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, though. But
no, totally. As opposed to, like, in Season 3 when you could roll around with, like, Vayne or fucking, or even Caitlyn or Twitch, like, when Twitch used to be more common AD, like, you could, like, outplay people. It just felt like you had more kind of control over your own destiny, to drop my own name there. Rather than today where, yeah, you're like totally cucked with your support. Shut the fuck up, Scar. That was appropriate, okay?
No, I definitely agree with you because, yeah, it used to be that your support was like, he had to use the buddy system to walk around. Like, if he wants to get deep wards, you call your jungler. I need help getting these wards. If he wants to, like, do some shit, I need someone's help to do that. Now that's basically the AD. And, like, maybe I'm just whining. Maybe I'm fucking, like, Cutie, you play AD, you're biased. I probably am biased as fuck, but from my perspective, I just hate the way that the game's been going for AD. Like, I basically feel like a support. That's why I said I called it, and I'm gonna stand by it. When the meta finally gets like panned out, I'm telling you, bot lane's gonna be played, the support, and then a mini support. Like, you're gonna have, like, they played it in the LCK, Soraka as the main support, and then Morgana as the mini support. I'm telling you, I think it was SKT who played it. That's the fucking future of bot lane. And it fucking pains me.
Yep. I think that, I think that in some way you guys are right, but I think the balanced perspective of having bot lane be balanced, like for people that want to play the support role, is always the biggest limiting factor. And maybe, to be honest, maybe it's okay to have a role where people don't like playing it that much. Like,
yeah, you got AD right now, dude. It's definitely okay.
The idea of making like the little mini games I thought was good. Like where you could like walk, was it like Ancient Coin where you could pick up the little coins in lane, or like when you hit the enemy AD, you get like 10 gold from the Thief's Edge or whatever, the Spell Thief's Edge. Like, I don't know, is there more stuff like that can be put in? Like, I don't know.
Put like distractions in the game. Hey, if you touch
you have like a little mini game or some shit. I don't know. You put through a bush and like a game of Street Fighter opens between like you and the enemy support or some shit, and you guys have to like smash it out. I don't know. Fuck. Something more than like, man, support sure is boring. Oh, but now it's awesome because I literally have like 60% of the power in the lane. Like, fuck, that feels so cucky. Or at least make 80s more tanky or something. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, no.
I don't care about getting killed instantly, but I want to be able to have something to show for it if I am. If I'm going to die really fucking fast every team fight, I at least want to be able to put a fuck ton of damage. But when I see the like Rivens and fucking Fioras and Camille's and shit do like the same fucking damage that I do, like can assassinate people and can escape and are more tanky, it's like, well, what the fuck is even the purpose of me here? There's not to kill turrets because everybody can do that now. Like, fuck, I don't know.
Dude,
You're the president.
The what?
You're the president. You know
the president?
You're the most important person, and if you stay alive, usually they win the game. But like,
it feels like you're the thing that holds the team together because everybody gets to blame you. Like they don't want to blame the jungle anymore. Now it's like the AD. If the AD gets caught and killed, you're like that person now. You're like the team's punching bag.
No, you really are, dude. I agree with you. I watched today. I played with Aurelia. She goes Trinity Sterix Gauge. She has like 2.5k health. She ulties, insta kills the enemy team. I don't get a single auto attack off because Fiddlesticks just fucking ult, fears me, silences me, ignites me.
Yeah.
I'm at 100 health. I have to run away. And my Aurelia is literally just 1v9. It's just like, why the fuck am I even in this game? Like, I'd rather just fucking DC than just have the enemy support Fiddlesticks solo me, basically.
Or like the super irony is that like it used to be that like if a team fight starts and the enemy kills the AD right at the start, it's like, oh shit, we can't kill their bruisers and tanks. Like we can't fight without the AD. But now if I'm in a game and 3 people blow their ult to kill me, oh shit, dude, my top is about to kill your entire fucking team.
Dude,
like,
that's exactly what I say. If they all jump me, if I get flashed down by 3 people, I'm like, we won this fight. The fight's
fuck, dude.
It's like, I'm fucking useless. I don't give a shit if you fucking kill me. Dude, if you're gonna flash on me, go for it, because my team's just gonna fucking wipe you anyway. That shit, I laugh about it, but that shit fucking pains me. I hate the way that it is. I hope that it changes, but I guess just to finish off this topic, do you guys like the way, though, that this patch is headed? Because I'll say, even though I say all that shit, I do think that the patch is headed maybe in the right direction with them trying to buff 80 itemization. I think straight buffing 80 itemization might not be enough. I think they actually have to rework the items, personally, but we'll see. Because I guess another thing, maybe we're not moving from this topic. Infinity Edge, the way they changed this item is like the stupidest fucking thing. Oh my god. Dude, I'm just gonna go all in because Infinity Edge, they changed this shit to do true damage so you can kill tanks. No one fucking plays that shit anymore. Like, when's the last time you played against a tank? It's always bruisers top lane, some fucking carry in the jungle, some fucking mage mid lane, and then useless shit bot lane. Like,
Did people play Malphite or whatever at like Challenger or some shit? Is that like
no, you never play against that.
People
shit.
play Moon though. I don't know if I count that guy as a tank. More like an unstoppable object.
Yeah, like having Infinity Edge the way it is now, the item's just garbage. Like, it's actual fucking trash. Doing true damage. You have bruisers that go Conqueror, and they have Infinity Edge. They have a like 3,600 gold item in a mastery. So it's like, nice, I've spent 3,600 gold on an item that's fucking useless on its own because it also needs the crit modifier with it. So that item, absolutely trash. You need to fucking fix that shit right. Rework that fucking thing.
But then you say that, like, if the meta shifts, the item could be really good, right? If people start playing tanks again, the meta can be very good.
Do you think, let me ask you though, do you ever think people will play tanks? Because with Conqueror in the game, I guarantee, like, tanks, you are never going to tank someone with Conqueror. They will fucking
the way I see it is, like, Conqueror at some point is going to get nerfed. Like, I think it hasn't been nerfed because they wanted to appeal to, like, you know, Hashinshin and players like Hashinshin. No, I'm serious.
What do you mean by that? Players like him? Like what?
Bruiser players. You know, players who play Riven, Yasuo, Riven. Sorry, I named Riven twice, but you know what I mean. Like Jax, old Aatrox, and like, because they've been shafted for a long time. And again, the Keystone, you know, they were really like, kind of, people didn't feel bad about it. But like, I do think that like, tanks, there should be an option to pick tanks into bruisers. And right now that option isn't very reasonable almost ever.
Yeah, like I was saying,
yeah.
like, people were asking me, how did Aatrox come into the meta? Conqueror. You put that item in the game, he fucking queues into a tank, he's gonna obliterate them. He pops his ulti, he shits on anyone. It don't matter how many resistances you buy, like, Aatrox will obliterate tanks now. Like, before, if you queued into a tank, 0 damage. You fucking did nothing to him.
And look at the tank that's existing right now. The only tank that's doing really well is Mundo. Because he scales off just health, you know? Who cares if you do true damage if the amount of regen you have is like...
Health is what you build to counter it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of the fact that he got, like, over buffed, in my opinion. But I think that once Conqueror gets nerfed, people might be, like, start playing tanks again. I think Poppy is, like, actually very close to being playable, if not playable already. And we're going to start seeing, but like, we're very close to seeing like a comeback on tanks top lane, which I think will automatically increase like crit AD's liability. So like that's what I'm saying. Balance is a really tough thing, and like the more I think about balance, the more I'm like, Riot has a tough job, you know. And I don't want to say that because they have a tough job, it means that they are able to do shitty balance or bad balance. But I'm just saying that like me in their shoes, I wouldn't want to be in that position.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I've said a lot of shit, but ultimately, yeah, Riot, they got a tough job ahead of them. I don't know anything about game balance, but like, Godspeed, dude, because this shit's fucked up. But I guess to finish off the topic for real now, are you guys enjoying the direction of the game, though? Are you happy with how it's turning out, or do you want them to really change it? Destiny?
Fuck, dude. I play AD. I'm miserable right now.
Fair enough.
Our time in the sun is coming.
No, I think the worst thing is I think in 6 months it'll be really good, and maybe playable. Not playable. It's better than that. I think it'll be better than playable in 6 months. It can really turn out into something great. And the worst thing about this is I think if it turns out into something great, preseason might be a situation where they just like blow the whole package up again. So I'm worried.
Can I ask you for a thing that you can suggest to the people? This is the most important thing that would make League better for me right now. And maybe this only as a lowly player. Can they just make it so you can queue one role and there's no more autofill? I don't care if I have to wait 15 minutes to get into a game. Can you float that idea?
You say that, but
I mean that.
No.
I mean that.
No. People who aren't you do.
Okay, but can't you have like a little checkbox? Can't you place a checkbox? I don't have to live Path of Exile. I would rather slam my dick in the door over and over again than get queued at fucking top lane or some shit in a game where I'm gonna have to fucking dodge and sit for the timer anyway. Or I could go into the game and feed the whole game and then, I don't know, I just don't understand. Like, if I can only play like 1 or 2 roles, why do I ever get autofilled? Is this like torture for everybody else in the game? Because they're not gonna have fun. If I've gotta go fucking jungle Draven or some shit, fuck.
Yeah,
you should have like a box so you can check. So like, fuck, like click this box, don't autofill me, fuck that shit. I'll pay $5 a month for it. You can make a microtransaction or some shit. Like, fuck, dude. I don't want to go into some jankety ass role that I can't fucking play. It's gonna make me mad. It's gonna make everybody else mad. Fuck that shit.
Do you get autofilled often?
When I usually I only play AD, fucking only AD. So I usually queue AD mid, and if the queue timer goes for more than like a minute and a half, there's like a 40-60 chance that it'll throw me in top just to fuck with me.
Wow, a minute and a half, that's what you said?
Yeah, it'll happen. Yeah. I could understand, like, if I was in, like, 5 minutes in queue and they throw me into some bullshit position, then fine. But, like, when I'm in queue for a minute and a half, I swear it was, like, some dude, like, behind the scenes who's just, like, fucking with me, like, pushing a button. Like, I want to ban this dude's account. The easiest way to do it is to get him, like, in the pre-lobby chat. So I'm just going to throw him in a jungle every time and see what he says.
Yeah, wait, but you also have, like, extreme conditions for playing the game out. Like, all right, you should tell Akiti. What are your conditions? What will you dodge?
I dodge 80 minutes. If I get a Yasuo or Zedman, I'm out of that game. Fuck that shit. If I get any support, if I get supports that need a lot of skill shots, if I get a Morgana support, I'm fucking out of that game. Fuck that shit. If people start raging in champ select, they're salty from their last game, I'm out of that game. Fuck that, dude.
Hey, that's a good fucking method, though. I respect that.
You gotta have like 3 accounts, you rotate, you gotta protect your mental health, dude. I gotta think about, I have a son, okay? I can't be fucking killing myself over the 15th fucking inting Yasuo player in a League of Legends diamond game, alright?
Dude, I'll tell you, I fucking wish I could dodge every time I got Mo on my team, dude. That sounds like the fucking... every time I got a Yasuo player, I'd fucking dodge that shit too, man, but...
The last time I saw you with him, you went 0-9 on Mordekaiser.
Yeah, but I was trolling, that's fine. Let's go to the next topic. Anyways, so you're quite famous for bringing people on your stream and debating them over a variety of topics. What was one of the most insightful things you learned from your guests while doing so?
I usually debate politics, so I don't learn anything insightful. I just learn how much of a fucking monkey everybody I bring on is. That's about it.
Well,
what?
Let me ask you then. What have you learned insightful from talking to the both of us?
I've learned a lot of great things about League of Legends. You've reinforced, Cutie. I'm going to go back to my stream. I'm going to bitch so much now about how shit AD is. When people in my chat are like, Destiny, you got to focus on your own improvement. I'm like, I'm a Cutie Pie actually said all of this, so you guys can suck my fucking dick unless you're going to op GG your challenger.
Wait. Don't quote me. Just link them my match history, link them Double Lift's match history, link them Apollo Price, Sven, link them all the LCS players' match history, and show them that they're all in match master tier. Just do that and it's all good. Except Sven, he's challenger still, but he's cheating. Like,
Damn.
that shit sucks. I mean, Scar, what you know Destiny a lot better than I have. What do you think? Like, what do you get from? Do you watch his stream?
No, why would I ever do that?
What kind of fucking... You got him as a guest? You don't even watch his fucking stream?
I watch his collaboration streams with Lily Pichu because I find personal amusement by them interacting together.
Well, let me...
But wait.
Yeah. I got a topic then. I'm going to make my own topic because Scar makes these topics fucking horrendous. Let's be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to make my own makeshift topic right now. The new topic... You like to debate politics, right, Destiny?
Yeah.
Debate Scara about economics. Scara used to be an economics major in university. Scara, what side do you want to take? Do you want to take socialism or fucking capitalism?
What the
Scara, take a side.
Are we at the end of the show? Are you trying to like get rid of all your viewers or something?
No. This is economic. Fucking... We're doing economic debate, Scara. I know you used to be...
I never got my degree. I quit to play in OGN.
All right, let me even the playing field. Here, I'll even the playing field. Do you have a degree in economics, Destiny?
Fuck no, I went to school for music and I had to drop that shit because I was working too much.
All right, perfect. Neither one have a degree in economics. Scar, pick a side.
Get me out of this topic. You think my topics are bad? This is...
Come on, dude. Alright, we'll go to the next topic then. Sky, it was worth a shot, man. I wanted to hear you talk about whatever the fuck it is.
What would I say? Supply, demand.
Hey, here, Scar. Do you think the Trump tariffs are going to be good for trade internationally in the future for America?
I don't know what those are.
Alright, there we go.
Scar, you don't keep track of, man. Whatever, let's just go. So, have your gaming taste changed over the years? Does a game having no online aspect or competitive ladder automatically mean you're not interested in the game anymore? What have your game taste changed, Destiny, into Fortnite?
Do you guys play JRPGs? Somebody told me you like JRPGs.
I do.
Well,
okay, here's the most unpopular opinion, and I don't care because fuck everybody in your chat that's going to disagree with me because they're ruining gaming, okay? When I played games growing up, they had really good characters, and all the stories were character-driven, okay? All the Final Fantasies, all the Phantasy Stars, all of the fucking Shining Force, all these old RPGs were very character-driven. But nowadays, because people are too, I don't know, lack the self-esteem to play another character, everything has to be about themselves, we get these shitty fucking Bethesda games where the main character doesn't talk, doesn't have a name, doesn't interact with anything. You've got the dialogue boxes you pick, so the dialogue is all guaranteed to be equally shitty. I hate the direction of new RPGs.
Dude,
The Witcher was a fucking godsend.
Saying that. Thank you.
Oh, holy shit, dude. The Witcher games were a godsend. I couldn't believe how awesome The Witcher 3 was, and the Nier games as well. I am so fucking tired of playing a game where the main character is some nondescript, starts off as a fucking prisoner for you to fill your own, and you're probably fucking boring too. Like, let's be honest, the average person, like, it's not like you're any more exciting to pretend you're some fucking Viking or some shit. Like, I want to play a main character that's exciting, that gets to grow throughout the game, that has some, like, path that he changes through, not some nondescript main character. Yeah, fuck. I hate that new direction in RPGs.
I fucking agree with you. Every time I talk about, like, damn, I really enjoy Nier. I think that it's a fucking great game. And then I'll say, like, someone will be like, you said Skyrim sucks, cutie. How can you like another RPG? It's like, dude, Skyrim is... I fucking cannot stand this shitty ass game. Like, they're just pumping these shitty, like... It's the same exact fucking game over and over again. Fallout, Skyrim with guns, Skyrim's fucking Fallout with sword. I can't play this shit anymore. Like, I'm so fucking done with playing these garbage ass RPGs. Cause it's like...
And you can tell how shitty they are too, because like when they come out, like the big thing, like it's never a highlight of like, this is what the story about. It's like, the map is 27,000 times larger. It takes you 400 years to walk from the northeast to the south. I was like, wow, dude, what the fuck?
Dude,
like,
I remember...
I'll go outside. This is some bullshit. Give me a good fucking story.
I'll say, when I was a fucking kid and I'd watch like, let's say I'd watch E3, they'd do like gameplay demonstrations or some shit. Now I watch that shit, it's just a cutscene. And it's not even, it's like the most useless shit, but it's like, look at the grass. This grass is fucking, when you step on it, it leaves a footprint, and people are like, oh my god, this is the future of gaming. It's like, this game fucking sucks. It's just your fucking footprints in the grass. Who gives a fuck? I can't play that shit. What were you gonna say, Skara?
I just completely agree with him on the map thing. I remember when like one of the big selling points of the newest Zelda game, which by the way, really, really good game. So like hard to make like that strong of a correlation, was that the map is like 10 times bigger than the map that you know. And I'm just like, wait, they actually do say that a lot about a lot of different games.
In open world,
most of the map is like empty space or copy pasted fucking.
I was
quests
exactly
about,
gonna say
anyway.
that. Like open world is like the epidemic that just fucking.
I hate that.
I cannot stand open world game, but then like people will complain, I don't want to play a linear game. I don't want the game to tell me where to go. I want to create my own adventure. It's like,
these are the kids that read the shitty like multiple page books growing up, like in 8th grade. They're like, oh, this is the coolest book of all time. Look, choose your own adventure. Page 42. Choose if you want to say hi to the skeleton man or go home to your parents. Oh, dude, this is the epitome of good literature. Like, the fuck, dude.
Dude, it's like you said. Like, if I want to choose my own adventure, I'm gonna go fucking outside and do something productive. Like, if I'm gonna play a fucking game, I want them to like handcraft a beautiful story that's gonna move me, not like I'm a wasteland survivor and I'm fucking saving the wasteland. I did it. Congratulations, me. Like,
I think it's okay to have like both types of games, but I have seen like a shift more toward the idea of like we want an open world, we want like non-linearity. Like, I remember one of the biggest complaints about Final Fantasy 13 was the fact that it's a linear game, and people got pissed.
People cry all the time about linear. It's like an actual complaint that people levy
like
against video games. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
For me, that game, I was like, no, it has a lot of other problems. Like, the linearity was like, I wouldn't even call it a problem. It was just there. But like, that was like a big heavy hitter for a lot of people.
Yeah, it makes...
The thing is that like, kind of like what Cutie Pie was saying, like a well-crafted linear story is always going to be better than 50 million multiple choice options where every ending is just kind of shit. Like, I want to know what is the actual writer, okay? Because don't make me make the fucking story. I'm a fucking college dropout, okay? I want the guy that spent his whole fucking life writing fucking scripts and shit to tell me how the goddamn story is going to end. Don't make me pick some generic bullshit dialogue to figure out like what the end of the game is going to be. Like, give it to me straight, you know? Fuck.
Dude, I'll say on that, have you guys ever played Horizon Zero Dawn?
No, but it looks beautiful.
I played this game on my stream. I felt so bad because I played this game, absolute dog shit. I fucking hated this goddamn game.
Really? It got such good reviews.
It did. And everyone always brings up, Cutie, when you step on snow, it leaves you footprint. Cutie, have you seen? They modeled even in snow terrain, if you step on it or you move the snow, there's grass under it. And I'm just like, okay, dude, I'm gonna try this game out. I'll give it a fucking try. I'll admit, I didn't do like all of the open world adventuring that might have been required in the game. So I was like, I'd go from point A to point B. Like, it was, you need to do this and tell this guy. I basically got like maybe a fourth of the story. The final boss fight, this is a spoiler. If you haven't played the game, mute. The final boss fight is a generic enemy that you fought in like 1,000 times before, but now they say he's infected and now he's a super generic enemy. I played this game on maximum difficulty. The fight was literally me running around in a circle. This was every fight in the game. But that fight specifically, run around in a circle and shoot arrows until he died. I wasn't like dodging. I wasn't doing anything. It's just shoot an arrow, move. Shoot an arrow, move. Shoot an arrow, move. 100 arrows. He finally dies. The game's over. I get no like closure because I have no fucking idea what's happening in the story. It's just like you stopped the demon. Or did you? Because they want to make another fucking shitty-ass game. Exactly. And you see the demon, like, just walk off, and it's just like, I paid $60 for this shit, dude.
Is Horizon Zero Dawn, is that like an RPG-esque game where you can allocate, like, points or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can always tell when you play those games, when you run into a boss, it's like, man, this boss was designed so that if the dumbest motherfucker in the world spent their points in the worst way possible, they'll still be able to kill the boss.
I'll say,
I get that impression.
No, I'll say I was the dumbest motherfucker in the world because I never put points into combat because it was pointless because the game was designed where if I put points into combat, God forbid I played that game because I would have been done with it like fucking instantly. I just put my points in like grabbing herbs and useless shit like that. And the game was still fucking terrible, but at least it was like, wow, at least every enemy doesn't die instantly now. Like that kind of shit right there, I can't play any more open world games after that. Like it's just, I don't know. I think that my tastes definitely have changed. I feel like I have to play a competitive game. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Where like, it feels like competitive games are really the only games that give you a sense of accomplishment. Because nowadays the games are just, I don't want to say they're for like kids, because obviously games are made for kids, but it's like you said, they make games for like this fucking lowest common denominator. Like, you gotta be I played this shit on the hardest difficulty, and it still ended up being me just walking in a circle, doing fucking nothing. Like, I have to play against other people.
The AAA design has gotten like so like, I'm trying to keep this show friendly. It's gotten like so like stupid friendly for like for gamers, where it's like, you know, back in the day, if you were to play games like Duke Nukem or Doom or Turok, or any of these other FPSs, like they had to actually like build the levels such that any player playing the level can kind of tell, like, I'm supposed to go here next, I'm probably supposed to do this. Everything was pretty self-explanatory in the way that the level was laid out. Like, that was actually like a skill in and of itself, was building a game where the next objective was kind of an obvious way, like the level pointed you towards going there. These days, every single game, not just FPSs, but every game, you load it up, you could like black out the whole fucking screen and just look at the part on the top right where it's like 52 meters away from the checkpoint. Here's the compass, and you like hold the up arrow until you get there. You mash A like 15 times to talk to the next person, and then you might have to kill some dudes, and then like here's the next checkpoint. You don't have to look at any of the world. You don't have to interact with anything. You don't have to think about where you're going. Like, everything is set up like checkpoint to checkpoint to checkpoint to checkpoint, with like a little friendly like Disneyland-esque map setting you like how to go to the next place.
Dude, I'll say too, now that you brought up like they're made for very special gamers, like I know that when I play a game, if they immediately put me in not a cutscene, but it's like, the building's collapsing, you need to get out. Immediately the first thing I do, I just stand
for 10 minutes?
Yeah, I stand for 10 minutes, and then it's just... Is
it actually collapsing?
Yeah, and then it's just like, you gotta get out, move, and they just say that for 10 minutes straight, and it's like, there's no urgency. Like, obviously they're trying to make it like, oh my god, this is gonna be... It's an epic fucking running out of the building, but it's like... Nothing's happening. Like, I don't need to do anything.
Nothing is like the last level in fucking Halo 1. Holy shit.
What?
That was it. Did you guys play Halo?
I played Halo. What was the last level?
The last level is when you're driving through the Pillar of Autumn on the Warthog, and you've got to
you have to get out. Yeah. I remember.
That shit was... You had a real timer. It wasn't all quick time events. You were actually fucking playing the game, believe it or not. Like, people might look at the video like, oh, cool, so he's probably just pushing triangle much. No, you actually control the fucking car and shit. And you were on an actual fucking timer, and there were actual enemies that could do actual damage to you. That shit, that's like one of my favorite ending levels of all time, was the last part of Halo 1. It was so fucking sick.
Yeah, like, I don't want to say I hate casual gamers or anything, but obviously I know that casual gamers are like the market that people want the most, because there's a lot more of them. All three of us.
My league is bigger than Dota. I'm just kidding.
Fair enough. I mean, to be fair, I don't think League is like the super casual game.
No, that's hot.
Yeah.
Because Heroes was made just so the League guys have something else to point to when the Dota kicks in.
Wow! Dude, it's made by the company that did
Your
StarCraft
game is so casual. Whoa, hold on, dude. But HOTS is still there, right?
No,
Isn't that a dead game? No, HOTS, not Han. HOTS.
I'll say League is casual, and that's like part of the reason why I started playing it, honestly.
Dude.
So I'll say, I know I'm a part of the problem, but like, just gaming in general has just gotten so super casual that it's like...
Dude, you guys are talking all about this, like games getting more casual. Like, I think I have too. Like, I used to be the guy who grinded JRPGs. Like, forget my weekends, dude. Whatever happens, I'm on that JRPG, like, nonstop. I'm playing, like, Phantasy Star Online. I'm playing, like, Final Fantasy VII. I'm playing Tales of Symphonia. Some of my favorite games, you know, Legend of Dragoon, stuff like that. And now it's like, if I have to devote 40 hours for JRPG, I tried to play the Tales game recently. They all come out on Steam. I downloaded it, played it for like 2 hours, get bored. You know, I downloaded Ni no Kuni 2 JRPG, played it, got bored. And I think that like,
Nier?
yeah, I played Nier. I played it all the way through. It was good. It was really good.
Okay, I like that one. That's one of the few games that's come out recently that I really like.
Yeah, but like, that's such a unique game. And I wouldn't even consider it to be like so much JRPG heavy. Like, the thing is, it's like, I too love story-driven games, but I realized that like, I've even been conditioned to love a certain aesthetic. Where it's like, I think the best example is Planescape is considered to be one of the best story-driven games of all time. Like,
which game?
Planescape. I've never played the game. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
But like, it's award-winning, so good. And when people are like, "Oh, we're remaking Planescape," and like and like, I look at the aesthetic of the game, I can already tell I'm not going to be interested, because it's like graphically, I need more to sustain myself. And I don't think I needed that before when I played JRPGs. Like, I was like...
You played Divinity, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I played Divinity, but like, even Divinity 2, like, I played Divinity 1, actually, like, a lot. Like, this is so weird. I played like 60 hours of Divinity 1. It was a great game. I loved it. Divinity 2, didn't even play more than 2 hours.
60 hours is a lot of time to you? What?
Well, for me to invest 60 hours into the game, it means that, like, I must have really enjoyed that game. I can list the number of games on the top of my head. Like, I know in the last 5 years, I've played more than 60 hours of. Holy sh! I don't even know. Hearthstone, League of Legends, most games are over in 20, right? Or in 10. Yeah. I played Slay the Spire for 30.
That game is a lot of fun. I like that game.
I think that game is great. But, like, actually, I don't play games for long periods of time. So I think, like, I'm part of the problem you guys are talking about. I think that most people just kind of got conditioned that way, where it's like, you go back and you play an old nostalgic JRPG, you're gonna fucking hate it. You're gonna be like, wow, this is taking so long to go through all the battle animations. You know, I can only probably play on emulator now.
Have you ever played Chrono Trigger?
Yeah, I loved it.
I never played Chrono Trigger, and I downloaded an emulator, and I tried to go and play that game. I made it, like, I think 10 hours through, and I was like, this is fucking horrible. I can't do this shit.
So, even then, you realize, like, you've been conditioned too.
Maybe. To be fair, Chrono Trigger story was like, that was like a PG game. I thought it was at least going to be, like, mature, like a Final Fantasy. That game was literally, like, for 9-year-olds.
What?
Chrono Trigger? That game was like that was a PG game. That wasn't even, like, PG-13. That was like, I have a 7-year-old son, and I think he could play it, and it would be okay.
Dude, I'll say, Scar, I know what you're talking about, because, like, I played Final Fantasy X. I love that game. I went back to play it, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I got through the game, but I never felt like, wow, this is such a great game. I was like, wow, I like this thing. Like, I mean, yeah, like the games now. I mean, obviously, there's like a psychology to this bullshit, and like, I mean, it's even with mobile games, they want to like make you like, oh yeah, I'm getting stuff, I feel good about myself. But like, yeah, games nowadays, they're just, when I try to play games from back in the day that I remember, I love this shit, dude. It was so good. I'll play it and I'll be like, this shit fucking sucks. Why the fuck did I like this game?
Yep.
Yeah, like, I'll think about like, oh my god, like, this game, it had so many cool features. Like, I had to grind an item for like 100 hours for like the chance to maybe get it. And then I'll try doing that and it's like, why the fuck would I ever want to do this?
On an offline game. You're talking about Final Fantasy X, right?
Yeah, like,
the ultimate.
Yeah, I'm just talking about like any games in general. Yeah, just like grinding an item for like ever. It's like, I used to feel so good about it, but now it's just like, now, honestly, I just want to buy a loot crate for it. Like, just give me the option to microtransact.
Not that far gone.
Yes, I'm that far gone. I'm saying,
I'm saying, you guys are on your high horse for like 10, 15 minutes.
I'm still on my high horse. I don't want to buy a loot crate. Fuck that shit, okay? You
guys are on like these like really high horses, and I'm just bringing you guys down. You guys are realizing it's not as high or as tall as you guys.
No,
I'm still up here galloping away. Okay,
right,
fuck Destiny, you and your guys' goddamn loot crates.
Yeah, Destiny's on a pillar that none of us will ever reach. But like for me, like I'll play a game, and I'll really like the game sometimes, but it's just like, God, I don't want to fucking be bothered to do this shit. Can I do a microtransaction? Yeah. I have to do a like gotcha transaction where I have to like roll for the item that I want. Whatever, dude. I'll roll for it. I'll spend like $100. I'll finally get the item. My reaction, I'll do a slight smirk, and then I'll go back to like, nice, I got my item. Oh boy. Like that's it for me. Like, I don't know. You're right, Scar. I've been conditioned to just be like the worst person. I'm like conditioned to be the person that I hated now, and I can't help it.
I didn't realize you were part of the problem. I thought we were like everyone was kind of aligning with like Destiny standpoint. Yeah. I would bring a opposing one. And I would say that like, hey, we're different than we thought, but you're just like, no, dude, I'm completely different. I've changed.
I feel a lot more lonely now in this call.
Don't group me in with him, dude. I don't want loot boxes anywhere near my favorite game.
I'll come out. I'll be honest. Okay, I'll come off my ivory tower. I play a shitty. Actually, Scar, I think you saw this. I play a shitty fucking mobile game on my phone. One of those ones where you have to put in like $5 a day to be competitive.
Oh my!
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I'll calm down. I'm here with you guys now.
No, we all play League of Legends. You play Pathfinder. Oh, actually, Pathfinder's really good about the microchips. So we all play League of Legends. We have loot boxes in the game.
I'm done with Path of Exile. I died this morning. Don't bring it up again, okay?
You died?
I died. I'm done with that game till next league now. Don't bring it up again.
Hey, I'll say though, like, back to the topic. So do you prefer online competitive games now to single player type games, or do you still have a special place for single player games? Because I'll say I haven't played a single player game in fucking forever. Like,
really?
Yeah, I mean, not in forever, but I usually just play it in between queue. Like, if I have nothing to do, like I'm just sitting in between queue, I'll play it. But like, if I'm just at home, not streaming, and I have nothing else to do, like, I never really, I really want to play this single player game. Are you guys different from that?
If there's a game that's going to be real good that I'm looking forward to, like when, for instance, the Final Fantasy VII remake, I'm playing that. I have to. And then like if more Nier games in that universe, from that, I don't remember the director's name, but if I saw it, I remember it. Like if he's making more games, I'll probably play that. Did you guys ever play the Metal Gear Solid games?
Yeah, I loved every single one of them.
I'll probably play Death Stranding. Have you guys followed that shit at all?
No, I haven't, but is that like, what the fuck is that? Like, I only ever see...
No one knows.
Yeah, my editor always links me, like, the picture of the stupid fucking baby, and I haven't watched any of the trailers, so I don't know fucking anything about the game. I know it's from...
No one knows either. It's literally... we watched it together, and someone said it looks like Amazon Prime, the game. Because it's just a guy carrying stuff like over terrain, through rivers, and like sometimes and like climbing cliffs with stuff on his back.
I mean, it's obviously going to be more than that, right?
Right. The desperation.
Kojima is a fucking hack, and maybe that is all the game will be. Who knows? It'll be the massive fucking bait.
Yeah, I'll say I loved Metal Gear. I think like when I played Snake Eater, that was a game where I don't think I'll ever have a gaming experience like that again. Like, I just love the fucking game so much. Maybe it's because I was like 12 years old or some shit, and something about it really resonated with me. Like, I played, I think, Metal Gear Solid 5 or some shit. What's the one with like the open world or whatever?
5 was, the story was so fucking horrible.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like, I played all of the Metal Gears until then, and I still had no fucking idea what was going on. I made it through the game. I don't remember anything about the fucking game. Like, that's how...
That was so bad.
Wait, was that the game where it was like, all people remember about that is that one scene with the girl? That's it? Dancing
in the rain or whatever?
Yeah, that's literally the only thing people ever... Like, I ask people about the game, people tell me it's like fairly open world, which I'm like, okay, and then they tell me about that scene. I'm like, okay.
I don't even remember that scene, because I'm literally telling you, I went through the game and I just forgot about it like right after I finished it, so... That game, it was a disappointment to say the least. But I feel like that's how most games are for me nowadays. Like, I played Final Fantasy 15 was the newest one. I made it like 5 hours into it. I was like, I'm not dealing with another fucking open world game, and I just uninstalled it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm fed up with that shit. But yeah.
For me, I think for me to put in constantly large amounts of time into 50 plus more, probably has to be multiplayer and have some or have some sort of competitive ladder. Like the next game I'm looking forward to that I can grind out. Actually, wow. I think when the new expansion comes out, I'm going to be putting in a lot of hours just because personally I'm somewhat interested. Aside from that, like I have literally nothing in the next year that's interesting for me on a multiplayer level. On a single player level, I'm playing like a bunch of variety games right now. Like I'm playing Dark Souls, and to be honest, the Dark Souls universe is pretty enjoyable. I actually really like it. But aside from that, I'm really only waiting for Cyberpunk 2077. I think I saw the demo. It was unreal. And it's something where I was like, okay, I'm really interested in this game. But in terms of other single player games, dude, I look at them and I'm like not that interested. You know, they either try to be too nostalgic in the sense that like, we remember the best parts of JRPGs, we're bringing it back. And I'm like, well, I don't want to wait like 17 years for an animation to go through, right? Or it just feels like it's not like a fully fleshed out thing. I played 10.5 hours of Vampire as the newest game, and I was like, unless you love the atmosphere, you're probably not going to enjoy the game.
Wait, Vampire's not a fucking game, is it?
I played 10.5 hours of it on launch day.
Is it? Okay, wait, is that the game that's like the Walking Dead game? Or is this like a real game?
It's like a real game. It has like combat. Like you can
so it's not like a bunch of quick time events or whatever, right?
No, it's not. Not at all.
Okay, just making sure. Because it was made by the same people that made like the game about the teenage girls.
Yeah, Life is Strange. No. It was made in the same studio, completely different people.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, well, that's everything for this topic. Let's go on to the next one. So, have any of you ever considered careers in other aspects of the industry, such as casting, hosting, interviewing, or consulting? Scar, have you ever considered a consulting job for...
Dude, I actually did. Like, I've done everything I listed there.
Damn, really?
But actually, the funniest thing is, like, if you ever talked to Monty, some of his highest paid gigs was for consulting. Because, like, it turns out that, like, when people will constantly come up to you and be like, dude, I have this really good idea, like, but like I want to swing it by you. I want to know what you think about it. And I read stuff like that. I'm like, so you want to know my expertise that I've gained through years of being like in the industry and like about the. It's like sometimes it feels like very much like he just wants to use me. He or she just wants to use me. I get business propositions like that all the time. And it's kind of annoying. But I've done everything there: interviewing, consulting. What else is on
casting,
hosting, casting. And after all of it, like literally just put it aside, throw it all over. I just like playing video games the most. Like that's it for me.
Fair enough.
I can do some of those things to a very good degree, in my opinion, humble opinion. But I would prefer to play video games almost always to any of those.
Destiny, have you ever considered a career other than streaming?
I want to be a bounty hunter that exclusively goes after Riven and Yasuo players. Real life.
You'd be doing the
Lord's work. That would be my dream
job. Wait. I would be down for that. I'd pay you.
Wait, but you know, like a lot of like Riven and Yasuo players watch this like show.
Cool.
Do you have any words for them? Like anything you want to say? Like, 'cause it feels like sometimes you're irrationally angry about these guys.
I'm not irrationally angry. They deserve it. They know it. When you ask them deep down, they know it. Like, if you were to corner one of these guys in real life and you're ready to do it, and then they would look at you and they'd be like, why are you doing this? And you're like, it's because you're a fucking Riven main. They'd look at you and they'd be like, yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I could understand that. I mean, for me, I've never considered doing any of that shit just because I like playing video games, too. All that shit sounds like too much thinking, and I hate thinking, so you know how it goes. There's not really much to talk about on this topic.
You're right.
So.
Just loot boxes in your brain, dude. I got it.
Dude, loot boxes? Man, I want to say, like, Destiny, back me up here, because you say you play a shitty mobile game. You know what I'm talking about with loot boxes? Like, you'll open a loot box, it'll finally have the item you've been rolling for the whole time, and you've just become so numb to everything. You'll do like a little smile and then you'll just move. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like there's
actually, to be like somewhat serious about this, there's actually some interesting research in like psychology related to like pornography and stuff. And you can branch this out to things like Reddit, where like once you've seen so many new things, like your brain is like constantly just needs new content over and over and over again. You just consume shit and you don't even think about it. And a really good example of this is people, if you get on your phone at night and you're on Reddit, after like 10 minutes, you've looked like 100 fucking links, but you're still scrolling and you're still scrolling and you still have to click every single thing, but you're not really getting any real enjoyment or pleasure out of it. There's a lot of like interesting literature about that, about how people's minds are becoming more geared towards like short-term fulfillment instead of like long-term, more fulfilling things.
Yeah, I'll say on that, I know that feeling because I'll be on my phone, I'll do that. It's like, why am I opening this crate? Even if I get my item, I know I'm not gonna give a shit. I get it. It's just like, oh boy.
Wait, I like banned myself from phone games like a long time ago. I'm serious. Like
that's good.
There was a period of time for like I think 2 years where I played Summoners War nonstop, and to be honest, I look back and I still think very fondly about that game. But like I've like set a hard restriction on myself to where like I can't play phone games.
Yeah, I was playing FFRK, Final Fantasy Record Queue. I love Final Fantasy, so I was like, wow, this game's gonna be pretty fun. I can't wait to try it out. I spent like $400 in the first month. I told my fiance Alicia I'm not a whale. She told me $400 is whale status. Do you guys think $400 in a month?
$400 is whale status in a month? Oh yeah, you're a whale.
You're such a big whale.
Wait, let me say, she showed me then a Summoners War graph, and I think like, cause you said Summoners War, I think in Summoners War, if you spend like $1,000 a month on the game, you're considered like a goldfish. You're not even like in that game, that much money is like absolutely nothing. So I felt like
if you're spending $400 a month in that game, I would imagine you're in the top 2 or 3%. I mean, I'm sure there's like bigger tiers, but
yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know. I felt like $400. I was like $400. This is like reasonable. But it was only 1 month I did that, and then I stopped spending money on it because I was like
$400. I think you lose track of like what the average person is spending. $400. That's like a PS4 and like a game. That's a lot of money to the average person. Yeah.
Wait, did you guys ever see that list of the list of average paying users, what they pay on average for like the top richest games in the United States? And the very very top of the chart was actually Game of War. This is 2 years ago, by the way. Which they did on average, they spent $550 on the game. Oh, lifetime. That's lifetime, cutie. And the second highest was Summoners War at $272. I'm literally looking at the article right now. It's like, for you to spend $400 in a month and to say you're not a whale, like...
Dude, I feel like the game just made me lose touch of reality for that 1 month, because it was like, I'm telling you, I'd open a crate, I'd get some stuff in it, and it'd be... cool. And then I just go and I need to open another crate now. Like, that's just how I felt, and that shit numbed my mind. But I stopped doing that. I had to get out of it. And now we're going to get into what the people want, though. We're going to get into live question and answer segment. People, send your questions to us. I'll start off with this one. I haven't pre-read this one, so I'm just going to go and fucking take a shot in the dark and hope to God that it's a good question. Patch's Faces.
Better be towards Skara.
No, Patch's Faces at Only Destiny. You delve a lot deeper into political topics than almost any other streamer. I'm aware of why do you do this when other streamers keep out of it so not to alienate any of their fans? That's a good question.
Because it's enjoyable to me. I really like, I enjoy kind of like digging through arguments and finding out like what's correct about any given topic or issue. And then politics are pretty relevant to everything going on in the world right now. So it's a hobby, I guess.
Fair enough. Let's go to, this is a good one. Steinberg wants to know, Askar, how Destiny and QT are complaining about ADCs. Isn't that how support used to complain? Why is it support should just suck it up and ADCs be the strong role? It's just a point to consider that the role currently are reversed, but yet the ADC mains can't see the irony in the situation. Why not just seek for equal participation from support and ADCs? Like perhaps give more ADCs self-sufficiency.
So first of all,
civil rights movement.
He said, ask Scar, which what I find really hilarious because there's two AD carry mains on my left. But I think that there's no way you can give ADs self-sufficiency without nerfing supports, because we just talked about how supports and ADs are pretty much intertwined, right? And so, yeah, I guess maybe the grass is always greener. Maybe there's a situation where no, hold on. Maybe there's a situation where we nerf supports and ADs get back to being like, you know, relatively strong, and we can balance the bot lane around, like, you know, supports being nerfed, ADs being more powerful, stuff like that. But then it turns out that, like, in the end, we're like, oh, well, shit, this sucks. But I think that I would much prefer to try it out than not. I think when you allude to Season 2, people were shit at the game in Season 2. Look at my VODs. Hell, look at, like, the World Championship VODs. Like, I'm pretty sure half the people in chat could play better than like some of the stuff that happened competitively in Season 2. Maybe not at the World Championships, but some of the stuff, like, I'm pretty sure you guys could have done better. And so, like, it's a different environment for the same game. And the game has changed since then.
I just like this part of the question. Why is it that the supports should just suck it up and attack damage carry be the strong role? I just like that question. It's a really interesting question, man. I'm not sure.
I mean,
that's all I got.
I'm going to say, I think the game, when they didn't focus on the game ending as fast as possible, I thought it was a lot balanced. But now that they want you, like, in and out of the games as fast as possible, like, the games last, like, 10 minutes. Like, at 10 minutes, you can probably tell if you fucking won or lost the game. And at 15 minutes, you're probably spam FFing. So, like, I think the games lasted, like, 40 minutes on average. They were a lot better. Do people want to sit through 40 minutes of League of Legends? Hell no. So I understand why they, like, changed it from that, but balancing's a fucking nightmare now, I think. I definitely think so. 80s suck. Let's just leave it at that.
Amen.
Let's see. Year of Monster Sloth is 2015 wants to know at all of us, what are your guys' stances are on fighting games?
Love it.
I like playing fighting
like a lot
games.
of fun.
Yeah, I like playing fighting games when I was younger. I used to play the fuck out of Tekken, Soul Calibur. I played Steve Fox. I was a god at him. I'm pretty sure if fighting games, I'm just going to say, if fighting games were pro when I played, I'd be the best fighting game player because I'd always beat my brother. That's all the proof I need. I was so fucking good at Steve Fox. I'd smash my brother every time, so...
Just curious. Wait, around how old are you, Cutie Pie? Or is that, like, private?
How old do you think I am?
That's
just know that you're on my show. Just know that.
I'm gonna say 28.
28. Woo! Woo!
What is it? Actually, like 34? What is it?
He's like 26.
20.
Oh, okay.
26. You said 28. What made you believe I was 28 years old?
I don't have any How am I supposed to tell? I can't run my fingertips over
I
your
got,
smooth skin of
you
your
can't
face or whatever
see
to
my
see like your actual
boyish
fucking
good
age.
looks. I look like a young lad.
No, I
right?
can't. I don't think the stream could ever be high enough quality to get that across.
Alright, fair enough. I'm 26 years old. Why'd you want to know, though?
I was just wondering if anybody else had these moments in your life where, I imagine it's probably like going from high school to college or whatever, where you're like the shit, and then you get to college and you're like, oh, I actually am shit. Did anybody else have these moments in gaming where, when I was growing up, I was like the best video game player that I knew in any fucking game ever. Like I could win in FPS and fighting games and fucking FIFA, whatever. But that's like before the internet was really popular. You could, I think it wasn't until I was in high school when you could play on like Xbox Live. And then like as soon as you started to get onto the internet, you realized that you were so much fucking worse than you actually thought you were. Did anyone else have these moments? Scar, you mad, right?
100%, yeah.
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 I was the best Smash player I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I started, like I went to, I think, a local tournament, or I went to like, even my other friend's house. He had a different play group, and they're like wave dashing shit. I was like, what is wave dashing, dude?
Yeah.
What is an L cancel? What are these words? Like, I got so confused.
Yeah, I'll say when I was younger, I always felt like I was the best at every game that I played, and I don't know how good I was truly at them, but my like first humbling experience was probably, I think I played like Guild Wars. I played Guild Wars a fuck ton. I felt like I was like the shit at everything that I played. I get into Guild Wars, just dog shit at the game when I first started. I was just fucking garbage. I was so mind blown from how bad I was, because it was like, I'm the best at everything I've ever played, but why am I so fucking like? They're doing stuff that I must not know about, or so? Like, there's no way they're just this much better than me. But yeah, that was the first time I really got humbled in my. Felt bad. Let's go though. Next topic.
Wait! You didn't finish this topic.
Oh, we didn't finish.
What?
Oh,
What was the other question?
Wait. I thought you were gonna use that for something else.
No. That was it. I just got fucking smashed, and I was fucking. I ended up being really good at the game after I learned, like, oh, I'm actually dog shit, and I need to shut the fuck up and actually get better at the game.
Wait! Real quick, before we skip topics, do you remember when League was around, where people would come up to you and talk about how good they were because they used to play so many like years of Dota, like Dota 1, not even Dota 2, like the new Dota.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? I remember that happened to me so many times. I just have to be like, look, none of that shit matters. I played like 5-6 years of Dota 1, but it was only in the last 3 months that I was actually like somewhat good. Whereas like, I think it's just so easy to just stomp on like people who aren't good that make yourself look good. I think right now, games like Fortnite, for instance, you can look super good playing and streaming Fortnite if you're like a somewhat above average FPS player. Or Minecraft player.
Yeah.
Or Minecraft FPS player.
FPS player. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what makes those kinds of games appealing, though, is like, if you're above average, you'll just stomp the shit out of most people. Because most of the people playing them, they're probably like, it's probably like 10-year-olds, and their mom's like yelling at Jimmy, put the controller down, come get dinner, and then it's like, okay, mommy, and you just kill an AFK guy. Yeah, I got another kill, I did it, so... I know what you're talking about with that shit.
I went to get my hair cut, and sometimes I wear like, well, I'm not gonna lie, I always wear my little Twitch shirts out because my shirts are fucking awesome. And the kid next to me saw the Twitch logo on my thing. He's like, oh shit, dude, you play games? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, what do you play? And I'm like, oh, a horrible game called League of Legends. Like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, it's like I don't know how I describe League of Legends. And I'm like, well, what do you play? And he's like, oh, dude, I play Fortnite. I watch Ninja all the time. This kid's like 10 years old. I'm like,
dude, I'm saying, I went to the LCS studio. It's funny you brought that up. I went to the LCS studio. This, like, the dad brought his kid with him. And the dad, you could tell he was, like, super into League of Legends. He was like, yeah, tell my kid about League of Legends. He's gonna love it. I'm like, hey, dude, you play League of Legends? He's, like, ignoring me. He wasn't even looking at me. I just keep talking about League. He doesn't give a shit. I'm like, you ever play Fortnite or anything? The kid immediately turns around.
Eyes light up.
Yeah, his eyes light up. He's like, you play Fortnite also? And I was just like, God, I fucking hate everything. That's the first fact that came to mind is I fucking hate everything, dude. But I talked to him about Fortnite, even though I know fucking absolutely nothing about it. It was a good kid, though, but...
20 or 30 years from now, there's going to be, or maybe like 40 or 50 years from now, there's going to be like a get-together Hollywood program where they bring like a bunch of like us like retired streamers, and it'll be about how salty we were when the next thing that replaced us. So for like StarCraft players, it's obviously hating all the fucking MOBAs, and then as your MOBAs inevitably die, it's going to be you guys being salty about Fortnite players, and then whatever comes after fucking Fortnite, all of these eras of gamers that have like resented what's come after. Oh shit.
Yeah, I can definitely, I know where you're coming from with that. I don't resent Fortnite, but I think that I have a very stupid view of it. Like, I'm dumb as fuck. Let's just leave it at that. Go to the next topic. We're gonna end the topic. This is a great question that just came in. We're gonna end the topic. Dracovian wants to know, when is this garbage stream going to end so I can go play Fortnite? And the answer to that question, it's going to end right now, my friend. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I want to give a special shout out to my guest, Destiny, our special guest, Destiny. Destiny, if the people want to see more of you, where can they get you?
They go to my Twitch channel. I don't think I've been banned yet. It should be twitch.tv/Destiny, and I'll be there playing games and whatnot, yeah.
Scara, if the people want more of you, where can they get you?
Be on Twitter and Twitch under Scara. I'll probably be streaming in like an hour or like immediately after this show. So catch me there. Yeah, I was about to shout out, like usually what happens is I shout out, social medias that the guest missed. And I was about to be like, don't forget to follow Destiny on
he doesn't have Twitter. Do it. Just do it, Scar.
No, I was just about to say, but you know what? He doesn't really like to promote that. So
You better watch out the next time I come down. Offline TV is losing a member, dude.
Destiny is one of the only people I've ever met that have been permanently banned on Twitter.com.
You're
The
banned
next
on
video is going to be
Twitter?
titled "Scar's Trip to the Hospital" with all the offline TV people in the back.
Wait, I want to hear this.
Permanently
How did you
banned.
get banned on Twitter?
Doing fucking politics. That's how.
Wait, you got banned for politics, really?
Yeah, I think so.
What the
They won't tell me.
fuck?
If anybody out there works at Twitter, fucking email me. Okay, I was unfairly banned. I need to get back on.
That's some bullshit right there. Well, that's it for us. Catch us every Thursday, 4 p.m. PST. You know it's going to be a good time on the Beyond the Rift television show. But that's it for today. Hope you have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Peace. Bye, guys.